What is up, guys? Welcome everyone to a new golf making video. So in this one I'm gonna be showing you what I think is the most broken fishing golf farm that you can do at the moment. And let me tell you, this is not going to be the type of golf farm that is just really good for a while, for a little bit of time, as a lot of the current content golf farms, and then 2-3 weeks happen, maybe 1 month, and then the price is on the ground already, right? This is rather going to be the type of golf farm that you can always do, and it's always going to give you a decent amount of golf per hour, right? Mainly because the thing that we are farming here is nothing too valuable for a player that is, trying to get the best gear at the game or anything like that. It's rather some sort of cosmetic stuff that is always going to continue to have value, right? So having said all of this, let's actually get into it, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna be at the portal room of any of the major capital cities. This is the same for the Horde and the Alliance, by the way. So you just come here to the portal room, and first thing you wanna do is you wanna find the portal to Oribos, and you get on it. So basically, one thing that I wanna mention about this is that you will usually require to have like a really long campaign quest line done for this process, but I'm gonna show you a trick so you don't actually need to have absolutely any requirements at all, right? Yeah. Okay, so once you are here, first thing you wanna do is you wanna get the fishing, well, the Shadowlands fishing, right? Which, by the way, if you have fishings from the other expansions, let's say you have Midnight fishing or whatever, or Legion fishing, you don't actually have to swap them. You can just have all of them at the same time now. This was relatively recent, maybe like 1 year ago at most, changed, but yeah. So as you can see here, you have the fishing trainer, right? So you go, you learn Shadowlands fishing, gonna cost you like 1 gold, or basically nothing. And that's the first step, right? Now, the second step is you wanna go to an NPC around here. I'm gonna show you. Because we're gonna do a little trick where we are gonna be able to access an area that you're gonna require, in theory, the campaign quest line, but I'm gonna show you the trick so you don't have to do this, right? So you have to come to this NPC here called Tilefar, this guy. Gonna show you on the map. And this guy is the one that is gonna allow you to get teleported to the instant, to the instance, sorry. You're gonna get teleported instantly to any of the raids that you choose. And in theory, this will not allow you to get outside of the raid and go to the area that you're supposed to access through the campaign, but we're gonna do a little trick I'm gonna show you. So, what you wanna do is basically click on this one, right? Tell me the one about the ephemeral planes. You're gonna click on this one. It says you are now queuing in the raid finder. It's kind of like a simulation, it's fake. You're not actually queuing, like you're not really waiting for anybody to join, just to be clear, okay? This is like a solo queue. And basically you click on enter. And now you're on this really beautiful place where we are really not gonna do anything. We are actually just gonna go out. So if you were to normally get out through the entrance of the raid, you could not be at the area that we want to be. So basically the area we want to access is this one, Thered Mortis, right? In theory, if you come out of the raid, you should be appearing here and you should be able to fly to the place, right? But it's actually a bit more tricky because as long as you are using the NPC that I show you, right? The NPC that teleports you to the raid, then when you get out, you're actually gonna get teleported to the NPC again. So you can never go out in theory, right? But there is this little trick, which is you click on the housing dashboard once you're here at the bottom right, housing dashboard, and you click on teleport to plot. And just wait a little bit. Now, for this, we are gonna require to have the intro quest line for the housing, but this is like 5 minutes, 10 minutes at most. Like it takes really nothing, basically super fast to do. I'm pretty sure you can do it in like 2-3 minutes if you're fast enough, but I didn't know exactly, and I probably took like 5, maybe a bit more, no? But 100% takes less than 10 minutes, right? And you can do this for like a lot of different areas and raids, so this is a thing that you should really do, right? Okay, so once you have done this, and you're just here, basically, you wanna click on the housing dashboard again, and now you click to return to previous location, right? So in normal circumstances, this will just put you in the, in the outside world, but as you are in an instance, it cannot put you into an instance, right? So it's gonna try to put you outside of that instance, to the outside of that instance, which is basically a way, of tricking the system. for us to get into this area without absolutely have not done nothing about the campaign, right? Without absolutely doing anything about the campaign. So once we are here, you can just basically fly to the location that we are interested in. And then I'm going to show you how you're going to do the farm exactly and what we're going to be farming for exactly, right? So you can just fly here, completely fine. And you want to basically get to this pool in here, right? I'm going to show you real quick. Something that is really cool about this area is that you can actually, like, you can see the water, but you can step on it and you can also fish on it, right? It's like a kind of really beautiful thing, yeah. Okay, so once you are here, you can see there's some other there's some other guy fishing here. Fisher, his name. Nice. Okay. So, well, let's take a look first of all at the item that we're going to be farming here. So you can see there are like some aurelids, they say. Sometimes they are also called polids. I don't know. Well, these guys that you can see, they are kind of cool. Not too cool if you find them in real life, on the beach, but in here they are kind of cool, right? Um, basically you're gonna be fishing here for an item called strange goop, right? Now, this item, the price varies a bit depending on your realm. I'm on a really high population realm, so prices here are usually low. As of now, it's even lower than the. No, actually, no. I was about to say it's even lower than the regional average. No, it's a decent price. It's 100k, right? So yeah, this is an item that basically whoever buys it is gonna allow him to instantly summon a mob. I'm gonna show you, and the mob is basically gonna drop you the mount, right? This mount, the Deep Star Aurelith. Now you cannot sell the mount, right? But you can sell the strange group, which is pretty much the equivalent of selling the mount, right? Just with the extra step that they need to actually come here, use the item, it will summon the creature, and then in like 1 minute or so, I mean, it takes like 1-2 minutes, and they already have the mount, right? But this is pretty much that, right? Pretty much the mount in a different form, right? Selling the mount in a different form. So you can see it's a really beautiful mount. It's even though it's like a few years old already, it looks pretty new, right? It looks like the graphics are nice. And yeah, this is going to be something that always has value, right? Yeah. Okay, so basically, how good or how bad is the farm, right? Well, I'm going to show you, first of all, how you actually fishing here, because it might be confusing looking at the video. You can see, you can walk in the water, and you can also fish in the water, right? And it's completely fine. So, as usual, with any of the fishing farms, you just click stuff here, and you get some stuff, right? Now, you might be getting some fishes, whatever. I don't care about the fishes. The fishes are completely irrelevant to me. The only thing that it matters is the fact that we have a tiny drop chance of this expensive item, right? Of this strange hoop. So basically, I believe the drop rate of that item is, well, I believe, I mean, I have checked, let's say, yeah, I have checked, but I just don't know exactly 100% because sometimes they do update these things and they do not actually update on the tooltip, so it's hard to know. But from the sources I've been checking, basically the drop rate is about one out of 1,000 and a half attempts. Yeah, 1,000 and a half attempts, which it's like that's of course a lot of attempts. You might get lucky, you might get this to drop in like 500 casts or even less, or maybe you get unlucky, you have to take more than 2k, right? But on average, it should be something like that if they haven't changed it, right? So the thing is that this is one of the fees in gold farms that is going to allow you to make, even right now, which the market is relatively bad for out of gold farms, especially the current content gold farms. They are overall really bad as of now. And with this gold farm, you can still do around 15k to 20k. And also, this depends on your realm. If you're on a realm which the price is somewhat higher than mine, which there's going to be a lot of realms like that, by the way, you can make a little bit more, right? You can make maybe 20 to 25k, something like that, right? I mean, the best thing about this, anyways, is that it's the type of farm that you can really AFK farm, right? Like, it's really like you can just have a second screen, you can be watching something, or you can be entertained, watching a YouTube, watching hearing a podcast, whatever, right? Very, very chill, right? Requires very little concentration, focus. So that's why it's one of the most interesting farms. Yeah. And about the fishing farms is what I'm saying, right? The fishing farms for the current content, they are nice for a while, but they really lose their value so fast. But this one, I have never really seen this one lose the value massively, right? I mean, as usual with any of these type of gold farms, there's always times where they go, up and down, right? So there's a chance that as the moment of releasing this video, the prices of these go down because there's quite a few people that watch the video and confirm this. But you're gonna realize that in 1 or 2 months, people are gonna have forgotten about this, right? A lot of them. That's the thing. And if you actually remember, and if you save the farm somewhere in like I don't know, a TXT or something, then you can go and be like, what do I want to farm? You check the prices, and then you can come to farm this if it's good, right? Um, but yeah, I don't think there is, and I have checked quite a lot of fishing farms. I don't think there is one that is even close to gold on this item, right? And let me tell you one thing: this item it's really old content, right? The strange hoop, so it's not going to be an item that is going to instantly sell. However, it sells extremely well for such an old item because, as you can see, the region sell rate is 0.06, which is really high. I think in like on average of like 2 weeks or so, maybe 3 weeks, you should be able to sell this easily, right? I mean, on average, of course, if you're on a realm with this like nobody, then it's gonna take more time, no? But on average, it should be something like that, yes. So yeah, you can see really nice gold farm. And by the way, just to make this clear, it says right finder in progress here. You can just leave it. Leave instance group. It's not gonna teleport you back to the NPC, so you're basically completely free here. And you can farm this, right? So yeah, that's pretty much the video, guys. I hope you found this video useful. Do not forget to consider leaving a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.